Another spotlight interview for our 2025 Marietta High School Athletic Hall of Fame class. And welcome to the program from the MHS class of 1991, Marc Warden. And Marc, first of all, congratulations. I know you joined a long list of good old Tigers.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I'm joining quite a few of my family members. I got Uncle Bill, Uncle Bob, my brother Matt. And actually, when Jeff called me, he said, looks like you're batting cleanup on the Warden Hall of Fame team. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Oh, that's too good. It was actually one of the areas I wanted to talk to you a little bit about. Talk about just the family dynamic growing up and athletics, and wake up and go out and hit the sandlot, right?
Yeah, we'd hit the sandlot every time, and we better have, because Uncle Bill and Dad, they said, get your butt out of the house, get in the backyard and throw the ball. So there was no staying in the house. We were out there doing it.
Yeah, a little different day and time, but football, basketball, track, baseball. What was your favorite?
My favorite was probably track. I mean, of course, football. I love football, but track gave me the most excitement. I mean, right before that gun goes off, there's nothing like it.
Talk a little bit about, those years, the early 90s, some of your mentors, and I know you mentioned some of the family guys, but maybe teammates and coaches.
Yeah, I had four great coaches, Coach Sayre, Coach Burke, Coach Paxton, Coach Duckworth. I mean, just all great coaches and mentors. And I took a little bit of something from every one of them, and you just couldn't ask for any better, coaches.
Marc Warden is our guest, class of 1991 and Marietta High School Athletic Hall of Fame class of 2025. Two ways when you think about, let's just talk football. You kind of touched it all, didn't you? I mean, I think you were kicking the ball or punting it anyway, cornerback, wide receiver, running back. I remember so well. Yeah. It just seemed like you were there.
Yep, I tried to get it all done. Whatever Coach Sayre wanted me to, I just tried to do the best I could at everything. And sometimes I succeeded, sometimes I didn't. I had a little bit of speed, so I guess if you don't know what you're doing, do it fast.
Marc Warden is our guest, class of 1991 and 2025 inductee into the Marietta High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Marc, who called you and gave you the good news?
Well, Jeff called me, and then I told you about what he said about the Warden Hall of Fame, and it was pretty exciting at first, and then I tell you what, you feel a little bit humbled, and you just want to be a good representative of all your coaches and teammates, and just be a good person, and hope they feel that you should be there.
Hey, in this letter that was written from the nominating committee, and you mentioned Jeff, I see somewhere here it says unofficial Marietta High School arm wrestling and bench press champion. What's that all about?
Well, whenever you're in the weight room, you want to bench the most weight, because you used to get a tape with your name put up on there. And then, if I didn't win the bench press competition, I'd go ahead and see if they wanted to arm wrestle and win that one.
Hey, Marc, it kind of goes back to the, get outside and play in the sandlot. There's a dynamic in the locker room that's very similar, right?
Yeah, there is.
Talk a little bit about that Sayre. I think it was that league championship. I remember, like the first time in 30 years or something like that.
Yeah, we won the SOL championship in football. I mean, Coach Sayre had us really going after it that year. And, we had our Jeff Smith and Jimmy Karofsky were our captains. They led the locker room. I mean, we all led in the locker room, but they were really the catalyst to get us out on the field and just start whooping some butt.
That's fantastic. Our guest is Marc Warden, outstanding athlete. I think Jeff even referenced him as the Bo Jackson of Marietta High School back in the day. But football, basketball, track, baseball. We're going to take a break. We'll be back and talk a little bit more with Hall of Famer Marc Warden right after this.
The Marietta High Tigers play on WMOA.
Johnny Wharff along with Marc Warden, the class of 1991, Marietta High School. And I love to see when somebody plays at a high level at all the different sports like you did, and then went on and to B-Dub, right? And then OU, or tell me a little bit about what you might have done post high school.
Well, after high school, I visited a few colleges, Glenville State. I was going to go there, but then I visited Baldwin Wallace, and Coach Bob Packard just was incredible, and I ended up playing at Baldwin Wallace as a freshman. We won the OAC championship, and then life took a little bit of different route, and went to Ohio University and took up exercise physiology there, something that I was interested in.
All right, and then a chance to keep your hands in it. Even now, man, I've seen you at the ball fields and just had a great pleasure. It used to make me feel old when I'd have, an Andy Shobe and a Jason Shobe and then a Marc Warden and a Drew Warden. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm doing these kids' games that I did their games. And heck, next thing you know, I'll be doing the grandkids. But tell me a little bit, what's that feel like to be able to look back and say, holy cow, look what came from Katie and I.
Well, I tell you, I coached the boys up till sixth grade in football, and then up till eighth grade in baseball. And we actually built a little baseball field for them. And I just tried to give them everything I had as a youngster. And just the thrill of my life is watching them play right now. So I'm just a spectator, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, and then we appreciate that you can be a part of the community, not only as a firefighter, which we're well aware of and appreciate very much, but to be able to, roll back some great memories as a broadcaster from me. And I can only imagine what it's like at the Warden family reunion, sitting around talking about the good old days.
Well, it's pretty awesome. Now I guess that I'm the batting cleanup on the Warden Hall of Fame team. I get a seat at the big boys table, so that's kind of nice.
Give me one or two, and you can pick it out. You can take one from everyone. But if there's just one or two things, when you sit down and, be where your feet are, the quiet of a day, that you can look back and say, oh, that was a really cool, whether it was a play, a game, a laugh, or whatever the case might be from back in the day.
Well, we won the 4x100 meter relay one year, and then we broke the school record. But I remember Jeff Smith and I handing the baton off. I was the anchor leg. He was the third man, and I was taking off too fast every time. We finally got to one of the meets, and well, I took off too fast again. He just took that baton and chucked it and hit me right in the back, and I thought that was pretty funny. I'd turn around and pick it up. That was a pretty funny one.
Oh, that's so good. I appreciate your time, and congratulations from the radio station for all your success, and appreciate your humility and what you do here in our community.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.